Hi, I'm Jennifer from Meisner Sewing and Vacuum Center, and by now you've been using your new BERNINA 500s. We've had some questions on what to do in troubleshooting, so I thought maybe a video might help you along for the most common questions. So what we're going to do first is we're going to talk about taking on and off the embroidery unit. We'll turn off the machine and squeeze down here, right here. Pulling that off and putting that on is always done that way. We're always handling this by the handle or the base, never by here, always by here. Now that this is off, I'm going to show you how to clean your machines. We'll put this down and put it on again later. While the machine is still off, we'll go ahead, take out the bobbin case by pushing here, pulling it out, and now I'm going to release the hook. Pushing on the metal piece releases the hook, and now I have it in my hands. Part of the cleaning process is also taking off the plate. There is a bullseye in the upper right corner. We'll simply press on it to release. Now that those items are out, we can clean. This is the area that thread might get jammed in, and this is the area that needs oiling, and it's very important to oil this every 8 hours. So before you begin a session, make sure to drop a couple drops in, or when you're cleaning up for the night, clean it and put the oil in. So we're going to start with the lint brush. Now this is the lint brush that came with your machine. You can certainly use this or buy a bigger one, whatever you'd like. But it is important to get in here and brush all the lint away. Thread may get stuck in here. This is where the cutting system is. So take a close look, and if threads are in there, pull them out with a tweezer. Below in our hook area, this also gets full of lint. So cleaning this out, cleaning this, whether it be with the lint brush or with a rag, but this is the area you're going to want to keep clean. After you've done your cleaning, it's time for your oiling. This is the only oil that the BERNINA machines can use. You have enough in here for a good long time, and when you need more, feel free to call and place an order for some, or call me for the information on exactly what you need. Don't put any other oil in. We're going to take the cap off, and we're going to first oil the hook. 1 drop goes on each pad. Now, this one's a little fast, so I got a couple, but 1 drop is what you need. And now we can place this back into the machine. The back is magnetized, so that way it'll go in easier. I'm looking for these indentations to go in here and here. So we'll put it in and just gently turn it until it clicks into place. If you find this a challenge, you can always turn the machine onto its back. Okay, now it has grabbed in and it is staying. I can push the cover back over, making sure it has locked in place. That is ready to go. Oil also goes up here. I put 2 drops right in the red marked area. That's all you need to do to oil your machine. That's done. Needles are another thing that we need to worry about. If the thread starts breaking or your stitches aren't looking exactly correct, it's time to change the needle. I enclosed with it a package of embroidery Schmidt needles, and there's a flat part to the back. So when we install this, we're simply flat part to the back, up as high as it will go, tightening it there. That's done. One more thing regarding the hook before we move on from this area. So I'm going to take it out again. The Bernina hook is used in gauging how much tension the bobbin piece has. Now this is not a adjustment you would make right away. This is a last resort adjustment, just in case your bobbin stitches are going to the top of your fabric. Mettler bobbin fill is the thread that I sent with the machines that was ordered for you. There are plenty of bobbin threads out there, and it's always fun to try the new ones. This one works very well, so it was an easy choice. But finding it near you might not always be easy, so any kind of bobbin fill for embroidery machines will work. Okay, let's talk about the bobbin case for a moment. With the bobbin tension, this is the last adjustment you're going to want to make, and I'll show you what to try first on the machine in a moment. But to feel this work, you're going to take the bobbin and install it into the bobbin case, go into the slit, come around under the metal spring, and pull up into the spring area. When you pull it, you can feel a certain amount of tension, but it's not the correct amount you're feeling right there, which is why we took the hook back out. When we insert it into the hook, it releases a spring, so now I can feel it. This feels really good to me, and with this tension currently on here, the bobbin thread will stay down below and not show on top, and that's exactly what we want. So in a last case situation, after you've tried what I'm going to tell you to do in a moment, you can make a small adjustment on the bobbin case tension. We had one come in today where it had zero tension and needed to be completely tightened. That screw is right here. It is a little tiny screwdriver screw. You tighten it quarter turns until you have a proper tension. Now here in the shop, the guys have a gauge, and it's easy for them to judge. At the field, we won't have a gauge, so we're just going by what we feel and what it looks like on the embroidery itself. Your machine came with a little screwdriver, little red one. So you're going to take that and you're going to tighten this screw quarter turns. So I would take it and just go a quarter of the way, test it, and if it works, then I'm happy. If it doesn't work and I still see bobbin thread on top, then I'm going to try another quarter turn. You should feel tension, and it should hold really nicely. So take a moment, give yours a feel. Get used to how that feels, so that way you know if it's gotten too loose. I'm going to loosen this back up. We're going to install this again, and then I'll show you how to adjust it on the screen. Another troubleshooting moment would be if your bobbin case ever gets stuck in your hook. This is when you push to release, but it doesn't come out. It's a pretty easy fix, so don't panic. Turn the hook over. There is a hole. We're going to use that same screwdriver. You take one finger and press the button that would normally release it, turn it over, and press the screwdriver into it, and it will push it out. Now we're going to put this back on and begin the embroidery part. I'm lining up the holes, clicking it in, there. This does need to be on an even surface, a nice solid table so that it doesn't shift. And that's all. We'll turn the machine back on and let's talk about threading. It is very, very, very important to the sensor system of this machine that you clip the thread up here before removing it. We're going to pull it down its natural flow from the needle. I'll grab here. Do that every time. Never grab the thread and yank it back that way. There's a sensor in here and there's a check spring in here that can get bent when you do it that way, and that will put you out of commission for the rest of the day when the sensor's off. Now that we are threading it, let's talk about how to thread it properly. The sponge cap goes in the back. That supports the thread and gives you a smooth delivery. The thread will go on with the thread cap, holding everything nice and secure. You can use your secondary spool holder should you wish it to stand up. It stores in the down position, nicely out of your way. For threading, we'll take the thread, come under the back guide, down step 2, step 3 comes up, step 4 goes into the take up lever. So pushing it in, feel the click, draw it back. Down, thread guide, needle threader. The needle threader is something that's very easily broken. So once you've broken it, you really have no choice but to replace it. Of course, you can just thread it through, so that's what you'll have to do until you get it replaced. If you do break it and you order a replacement, to change it is simple. Come watch. This simply comes off with a little amount of force. A small wire in here is what goes through the eye. That's why it's very easily broken. So if you've broken it, just thread the needle manually. When you've ordered your replacement, you see how this clasp system will go right on here. So you'll take it, get it lined up, and push. Now it's back in place. Now we can thread our needle again. Okay, so we're threaded and ready to go. If you have a hard time with your bobbin thread coming up on the top of your fabric, let me show you how to adjust the tensions. This should be you try first. We'll go into our screen. I'm just going to go to the letter mode because I know that's where you spend a lot of time. I'm changing to lowercase, and I'm going to finish A, B, C. Next, I'm going to press the green check. That will mean we're ready to embroider. And we've already have the small hoop, which is the most common ones you'll use, selected. From here, I'm going to go into the eye. This will just be a quick changing of the size. This button right here allows me to change the length and the width of the entire letter, the entire word. Now I'm going to do the tension adjusting. The tension button is located in the upper left of your screen. Right now it's currently 3.0. If you see your bobbin tension come up on top of your fabric, select the button and go down. Try half numbers, 2.5. If that doesn't solve your problem, go to 2.0. If that doesn't solve your problem, try 1.5. If that doesn't solve your problem and you've already changed the needle and checked everything, then that would be when it's time to go ahead and make the adjustment on the bobbin case area with that screw, quarter turns righty-tighty until it's where you want it to be. I hope this has helped. but please feel free to contact me if you have more questions. I can get you to our text or tell you who to call. My number is 916-920-2121. Ask for Jennifer Campbell. My email is jennifer@meisnersewing.com, JENNIFER @meisnersewing.com. So feel free to contact me with questions, concerns, if you need help, if you need a different video, and enjoy your machines and have fun at work.